The courthouse in downtown Chicago was packed. Reporters lined the steps, cameras flashed, and headlines screamed. Twin terror in Chicago? From office worker to armed robber? Inside, Daniel Moore sat at the defense table in an ill-fitting suit, his hands trembling as the prosecutor painted him as a criminal mastermind. Across the courtroom, his mother wept silently. Torn between two sons, one accused, the other vanished. The evidence, at first glance, seemed airtight. Surveillance footage of a masked robber briefly pulling his disguise down. Fingerprints on a stolen getaway car. Eyewitnesses swearing they saw Daniel's piercing blue eyes. Daniel's defense attorney argued otherwise. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my client is not the man you saw on those tapes. He has a twin, a brother who has disappeared without a trace. The wrong man is sitting here. But the courtroom buzzed with skepticism. Could two grown men really look so identical that police, witnesses, and even evidence couldn't tell them apart? Then came the first twist. The prosecution called a key witness, a gas station clerk who claimed Daniel had bought gloves in the ski mask days before the robbery. When asked to identify the man, the clerk pointed directly at Daniel. Daniel's heart sank. He had never been to that gas station in his life. But then, another twist. The defense revealed a detail the prosecution hadn't counted on. The timestamp of the gas station purchase coincided with Daniel's office login records. He had been at work, behind a desk, when the supposed purchase happened. For the first time, the jury stirred. Maybe, just maybe, the wrong twin really had been caught. Still, doubt lingered. In cross-examination, the prosecutor argued that Daniel could have left work briefly or manipulated his alibi. And when the jury saw the chilling note found in Daniel's cell, "Stay quiet, brother. You're doing this for both of us," the defense refused to admit it as evidence, fearing it would do more harm than good. Without proof, it was written by David. As the trial dragged on, the weight of mistaken identity grew heavier. Every question, every glance, seemed to suggest the same thing. If Daniel was innocent, where was David? Why hadn't his own twin come forward? The emotional breaking point came when Daniel took the stand. With a cracking voice, he said, "I've lived my life by the book. I don't steal. I don't lie. And I would never put my family through this pain. But I can't escape my face, my brother and I share it. And it may cost me my life." Silence filled the room. The jurors stared at him, some with sympathy, others with suspicion. Then, the cliffhanger. Just as the defense prepared to rest its case, an anonymous tip arrived at the courthouse. A letter slid under the judge's chamber's door. Inside was a Polaroid photo. David Moore alive, smirking, and holding up a newspaper dated just 2 days earlier. The trial halted in chaos. This ends with one question. If David is alive and watching, how long can Daniel survive the game?